Chapter 1 of Bob's, a Girl Detective. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Bob's, a Girl Detective by Grace May North. 4 girls face a problem. Now that the crash is over and the last echo has ceased to reverberate through the ancestral halls, the problem before the house is what shall the family of the Vandergrifts do next? "Gloria, I do wish you wouldn't stand there grinning like a Cheshire cat. There certainly is nothing amusing about the whirlwind of a catastrophe that we have just been through, and are still in, for that matter." Gwendolyn tapped her bronze-slippered toe impatiently as she sat in a luxuriously upholstered chair in what, until this past week, had been the library in the Long Island home of the proud family of Vandergrifts. Gloria, the oldest of 4 girls, ceased to smile, but the pleasant expression, which was habitual to the blue eyes, did not entirely vanish as she inquired, "What would you have me to do, Gwen? Fret and fume, as you are doing? That is no way to readjust your life to new and changed conditions. Face the facts squarely, say I, and then try to find some way to surmount your difficulties. Now, first of all, we ought—" The dark, handsome Gwendolyn, whose natural selfishness was plainly portrayed in a drooping mouth and a petulant expression, put her fingers in her ears, saying, "If you are going to preach, I can assure you that I am not going to listen, so you might as well save your breath until—" "Hush! Here comes Lena May in from the garden. Don't let her hear us scraping. It affects her sensitive soul as discord affects a true musician." Lena May entered through the porch door, her arms filled with blossoming branches. "Look, sister! Aren't these apple blossoms even sweeter than usual this year?" the slip of a girl began, then paused and glanced from one face to the other. "Gwen, what is wrong?" she asked anxiously. But it was Gloria who replied, "Nothing at all, pet. That is, nothing wronger than usual, if you will permit my lapse of grammar." But the dark-eyed sister threw down the book which she had been trying to read, as she exclaimed, "You both know perfectly well that nothing could be in more of a muddle than our lives at the present moment, and your look for the silver lining philosophy, Gloria Vandergrift, doesn't help me in the least." The fawn-like eyes of the frail youngest sister turned inquiringly toward the oldest. "Has anything more happened? I mean, anything new?" she asked. "Yes, dear. We had a letter from Father's lawyer, and he states that beyond a doubt our place here in Long Island does not belong to us, and, for that matter, it never did really. Grandfather bought it in good faith, I'm sure, but he did not receive a clear title." "Then why doesn't our lawyer clear it up? That's what I'd like to know," Gwen said, throwing herself petulantly into another position. "Why did Father employ him, if he cannot attend to our legal matters?" "But, Gwen, dear, can't you understand?" Gloria began to explain with infinite patience. "When Father died, leaving 4 orphan daughters, we knew that the fortune he had inherited had been lost through unwise investments, but we did think that the income from the vast acreage and the tenants would be sufficient to permit us to live in about the same comfortable way that we always have. But now we find that even this place is not ours, and that we are, well, up against it, as Bobs would say." "Where is Bobs?" This from Lena May, who was arranging the sprays of apple blossoms in a large pale green bowl on a low wicker stand. "Look out yonder window, and you will see the object of your inquiry." Gloria laughed as she pointed toward the park-like grounds where a hoydenish young girl of 17 could be seen riding astride a slender, high-spirited black horse with a white star in his forehead. "I do wish Roberta
Sample complete. Ready to continue?